We here. It's time. I told you I was gonna do it as a replay for the one time, and I didn't record this because I just did it. But we out here. We watching. What's fire? What's most fire about this is Race Labs. Like in the replay, it shows everything, which is kind of crazy to me. Like, you know what I mean, it shows all the inputs that I was exactly making at that time. Um, shit. My position, I got pulled forward here. Mind you, I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember ever racing on Knocko Racing Circuit. So I went in blind. I didn't even do a practice on this. I didn't even do the practice for it because I was installing an NVIDIA update. So I raw dogged the fuck out of this track, and to say the least, I'm surprised. I feel like 6,700, 6,800 is really the money spot, but it really depends on how you release. Now this was just a hard start. It was just not giving it up. My rear view mirror isn't there, but you know, we can just look back. The heat was on. You know what I mean? Like, trying to do like a real choice. So yeah, safe to say, intense race. And you can see it on the map in the top right. So, you know, that helps a little bit. The pack was moving slow, man. 57. I think my quali lap was a 52. Could have hit a 51.5, but spun out on that second. That turn right there, bro, like, I'm sure you could take it flat out, but every single time I took it, this one too, the way that you come over the crest, like you have to let off, so you don't slip, or you need to be in a high enough gear that when you do get airborne, your wheels don't spin too much. I fucked up that apex. This turn scared me every single time I took it. I'm not even gonna lie. I think that's the only reason I was up to speed with these guys, because like I wasn't scared of that turn. The rest of these, it was kind of like on par. Everyone was kind of like, oh shit. But that one I feel like is probably the one that like newer people probably have an issue with. I don't know why I felt so comfortable sending it. And yeah, I just gave this position to that guy. At the time, he was just, it was close pack. I was just trying to focus on staying clean. I think at this point, I don't even have any incidents. I think the only incident I have, I spun out at some point, maybe, I think. But this was bold. I don't know why. Oh my god. Yeah, it was right here. Actually, haha. Look at the devil. So, right, boom, lost that position. Boom, 6 just went. I got in front of 7th. But yeah, and that's his out lap too. So I just slowed his ass down. He's probably sick. Again, this turn scared the shit out of him because like I knew I could do it faster. There's guys hitting 48s here, and I feel like that's the one where I could have really gotten a little bit more out of. I pulled a little bit more out of this straight. I was super fast on this straight. I feel like I'm probably doing it as fast as you could. Took this real wide. Here, at this point, I was kind of experimenting. You know, because, yeah, I haven't had a chance to experiment. Didn't have time to practice the track. I just kind of hopped on it. Maybe I did play this before. I'm assuming it's an MX-5 track, but that's what it looks like. But yeah, definitely different on this car. As you can see, like, I'm braking when I'm coming over that crest because I'm just trying to do everything I can to try and stick to the ground. There's two things I feel like you can do. You can either slow down or you can go faster so the downforce holds you down. And I'm just not bold enough. And I feel like that's what the fastest people would do. Because I swear, you feel the downforce. Like, the way you just stick through some turns when you hit it in a high rev fourth or like fifth gear. And you just hold that shit. So yeah, I'm 6 here. It feels over. I'm not gonna lie. Gap is 15 seconds to first. Was it? No, that was to second, I think. Now it's 6. Well, no, that doesn't make any sense. Unless second's behind third. Oh no, it's on top of it. Yeah, I wasn't doing math well. I'm over here looking on the left side right here. It gives a lot of cool information, man. You have the relative, which is basically the bottom one on this right here. This is the relative. This is basically referencing everyone that's on the track in my vicinity. Wall tap. I got no points for that. I think the only points I got was for that spin out, which is a loss of control. As you can see right here, boom, got 0. So right, this is relative. Shows you how far the gap is for people that are next to you. And it also lets you know, like, whether or not they're in front of, like, if they're already lapped, basically. Exactly. You're not battling them for position. You're just trying to get around them. They mark them as blue. And yeah. Now it's just lock-in time. You see, I see that the pack piled up a little bit right here. It's my time to freaking capitalize on it. A lot of people's making moves. Scared me every time. I was hitting it way better, I feel like, in quali, but, you know, I did do my fastest lap in the race, and it was a 48.9, so.
Hey, nice move there, Cabello.
The one thing I do appreciate about a lot of the guys in this race is if they were slower. There's only one guy, I think, that I kind of had to fight a little bit, but he still gave it up as well. When they had those blue flags, they let you pass. Obviously, they weren't trying to necessarily affect their lap. It was usually on like a straight. Sometimes they'd wait till the lap was done, but, you know, they did the right thing. And I meant to talk about my inputs, man, because when you look at the telemetry, so right here, for instance, that trail braking with the blip, and then, like, I'm making a mountain, and then the gradual acceleration. I want to try and make those more gradual, but then again, I'm assuming that you can spike it like that in particular scenarios. But yeah, the most impressive thing that I feel like I do on occasion when I am watching myself and looking at the telemetry, like I started at 80, I brought it down to like 60, dropped off, and sometimes I just bring it up to 70%. Then that was the brake, but the accelerator, sometimes I'll just bring it up right up to like 70, like 3/4. And that trail brake right there is so essential, just to, it's as they say, like, that 10% really matters more than anything. Look at that little blip right there. I eventually stopped doing that. This is when I actually start picking up positions. So boom, it was great. He went off track. I was fucking ecstatic. We out here. We hungry. Wow. Wow, that was crazy. I don't even know what just happened, but if you guys saw, like, the positions changed nuts. Kevin Santorina for a second went to, I look like third. Or Susan Gadio passed all of them. I don't know what happened. Because I'm also catching up to him hella quick right now. Nope, he's still fighting with Cabello. I don't know. But it looked like they just did a quick swap on the straight, which I didn't really understand. Like, did they go 3 wide? 2 guys took position from the guy who took first, so I'm just wondering how it happened. We can obviously go view them, but you know, chill. Oof, that was the only scare that I think I had this entire race. Also, I just realized, like, is my halo on? I don't think I had my halo on while I was racing. Oh, I guess it just has it in the replay. Funny enough, I didn't even notice it, so goes to show I probably don't even really notice it anymore. Yeah, I kind of see just like right through it at this point. But yeah, we made it up to 4th. This is, you see, he was in 7th, Andrew Nolano, you can see it on the bottom bracket. Cabello Mostami is in front of me, he's 5 seconds ahead. I'm on his ass though. What is that, 3rd and 2nd? Yeah, 3rd and 2nd. Cabello and Colt Coggins going hard. I just passed Susan, I think Susan was in the pits. If they're faded out like that right there, they're in the pits. Up here. They're like right over here. And yeah, that weather monitor, honestly, like I probably can turn off the track wetness and stuff like that. Honestly, I want it for when I am in weather conditions. However, right now I'm just using it for the wind direction, just because it gives me a little extra bit of confidence. And what happened? The way Cabela Mastami just wiped out. Like, he was donezo. He looked like he just complete, and he was the fastest lap. Wow. Wow. 47.8 to the back. That must hurt. And that's again where consistency comes in. Because, whoa. Was that Colt?
I like how I finally get a chance to get to the podium and you just run into the back of me for no reason.
Well, shit. I guess they wiped each other out. Unfortunate circumstance. And at this point, I'm just trying to hold my own because, let me just show y'all. My guy is there. Like, for real, he's not letting up. This is the race for right now, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, the way he just sticks on my bumper pause, like great driving. I was trying to stay cleaner than him, that was my main focus. He got that turn cleaner than me, but I used more of the track, I didn't necessarily go off track. So I think the way that I was able to really get some distance on him was I did use, it seemed like I was using more of the track. When he was, it seemed like it just wasn't in his normal driving to go all the way out. I mean, it took me a minute to really get out like that, but I held that so well right there. And right there, yep, that's where I got him. It's little moments like that that gave me the vote of confidence because, you know, I saw him in my rearview mirror, and the couple times that I would see him scrape on a curb or not take the outside as much as he could, or say hit the sand, I just knew I just had to hold it together. And was it right here? Yeah. So, real quick, This was everything right here, right? This was everything. I saw this guy. I was like, word. It's my time. He's driving super slow. I don't know if his car is damaged. I don't know what's going on. But I dive it. Now at this point, I have no idea. Like in my rear view, I can't necessarily tell how far they are. Obviously, I can tell how he's 0.5 seconds away. That's on my ass. As if you look down here, you know what I'm saying. So it's like, as far as I'm concerned, he's on my bumper. Now, what really blew my mind in that moment right there was he switched direction really late. And I feel like I did it gradually. If you look, I don't feel like I made that harsh of a turn. You know what I mean? Like, I just gradually. Wow. Pausing. I'm back. Ah! That was obnoxious. The telemetry's in the way, but it's cool. I can see through it. So, as I was saying, I was quite gradual as I came out. And then at that point, right here, I just would have expected him to come with me. I'm a bit perplexed, and it kind of just adds to look at that, look at that, that I went to 90 real quick. All right, so you see how I just don't get why someone would do that. Why would you just blip out so fast like that? I don't know. And then just locks
Like,
up.
is there any reason to really complete a race if you're running for a podium and some idiot takes you out?
Nah, man, I feel you. Sucks. Sucks. So, right? He's still there, though. Like, it's not over. Wow. Wow, he screwed that turn up. I was wondering how I got distance on him right here. And that's what that was. Again, for me, racing is all about consistency. I feel like that's the main thing that one has to focus on. If you're going to take the lines that you're going to take them, but just do them better than anyone else can do them. That's like the best advice that I could take. If obviously you may not necessarily be doing the best, but do what feels comfortable. Because I'm sure, like, you know, you can watch a lot of videos, you can study a bunch of different techniques, and you can watch a couple different track guides, and they will advise you differently on each track. Different people take different lines, and some people even recommend multiple lines at the time of their videos. But when it's in the middle of the race, you take a turn too wide, or you have contact that you weren't expecting, or you slip, or you're battling for a position, that's when you kind of break out your toolbox and just get comfortable with whatever you're doing. But whenever, as soon as you are in the position you're in, and you're just trying to hold on, and it's a matter of, say, consistency, you guys are. So that's what I'm talking about right there. When it gets to a point where it's a matter of consistency, you just need to stick to the most comfortable line you got. You gotta. Because at the end of the day, you're waiting for them to mess up. Alright? I'm just trying to find. Nah. I don't like it. I don't like it. TV2. TV1. Maybe. I like it. So, right, we're going. And again, it's all about being the cleanest. I really just did that twice. God damn it. We're back. Ah. Ah. Again, so when it comes back to a matter of consistency, you got to just focus on the most comfortable line. And again, in the particular situation in which you guys are at a similar pace, um, you don't necessarily have to drive as defensively, in my opinion, at least in my experience thus far. And yeah, being careful is the best thing right here. I'm wondering where he messed up, and that's where he messed up. So, as you can see, I've already basically done all my turning. Like, my wheel does not really turn that much. You can see it right here. Like, that's where my wheel axis is. And I'm basically giving back the wheel to the acceleration already. You can see he made the turn, he made the apex, he's holding his wheel, right? As he moves up, he's holding it, he's holding it, he's holding it. Right here, it seems like he's realizing he came in too hot. He didn't have enough rotation, and really in a situation like this, if you want to avoid slipping out, the best thing that you can do is to slow down. Pump the brakes a little bit or just take your foot off the accelerator. Usually engine braking is enough if you're in a high enough gear. But right here is where I noticed this is where he realized he was too wide. If he was going to accelerate, and he had to accelerate if he wanted to keep pace. And instead of focusing, obviously, for good reason, he wanted second. But right here, he turns. Now it seemed like he decelerated here, so it looks like he took his foot off the accelerator. But he overcorrected. Or instead of taking his foot off the accelerator, he might have braked. Which, under these conditions, you're already slowing down. I think at this point, what are we in? Second gear. Who knows what gear he's in? It's likely second. But again, it's really easy to spin out on second. You got to be careful. As you can see, I kind of blipped it just because I got to find my grip. But at the same time, it is later on in the race. So there is. For the last time, I swear to God. uh, but as I was saying, as he was coming through here, I think, dang, I don't even think. I think that's when he started overturning. He was holding his wheel right here. He started to overcorrect. Ass slipped out. And the only thing that makes sense is because it doesn't seem like I see him pressing on the brakes. I feel like I would have seen some smoke unless it was a very light tap. It is possible, but I didn't hear any screeching either. So it leads me to believe that he was staying on the throttle. He tried to turn more to accommodate for it when really I feel like he should have decelerated to be able to continue. He kept on, and that made him slip out. And right here, I mean, like even I've saved turns like that. I think I just recently did, but at that point, it's just too far gone. And we're at the end of the race. I'm not gonna lie. Like when you see me go through this next turn up here, you'll see that I'm what feels like extremely on the limit. Like my tires just don't feel like they have the same grip that they've had throughout this entire race. mean, I'm lying right there in that moment. I felt fine. Oh man. Yeah, so this was the guy, Colt Coggins. Man, he was. I felt like he was giving me a run for. I feel like he just wasn't trying to give away pace. I do think he actually lets me pass up on the straight here, but this is the only person where I mean I feel like he did something that I would do, which is quite frankly, I don't care if I have a blue flag behind me. I mean, clearly I'm faster than him. I don't know how the hell. I don't know if his car is damaged or something. I'm just trying to think, cause like, when did I catch up to him? Locked up a little bit right there. Yeah, I guess I was just running hot. All right, so yeah, he was holding position, similar to I feel like what I would do in a situation like this. Because again, I'm still trying to keep pace. What position is he? He's fourth. He's about to get lapped again. I mean, obviously he's not going to gain any position, but I kind of feel him in the sense where it's like, bro, I don't want to get lapped by the. I want to get his lap by as little people as possible. So I wouldn't say that he necessarily let me go. I mean, he did let me take the inside line and he did hold. And it didn't really seem like he was doing a switchback. I mean, it's not like he really had the chance. Um, I came onto the throttle right about here, and I didn't. I mean, I don't think I ran him wide. It looked like he messed up a little bit and lost some traction. I feel like he probably could have done side by side. Maybe he wasn't trying to give it to me. I'm not sure. But I did. So I don't know if I could call that like a pass, like because obviously, again, he's lapped. This isn't for position or anything like that. But it did feel like more of a fight, you know. Whereas like you've seen many times in the race, I feel like they really do give it to you for the most part. So yeah, we're in a second. Feels great, honestly. At this point, I finally just got comfortable enough with how far I can go out. I'm still trail braking through that turn. I mean, towards the end, honestly, I didn't feel like I had the grip to send it out the way that I was before. But again, trail braking. I do think I need to slow my descents down a little bit, or maybe I'm wrong, and because of the quickness of these turns, I should be doing it as so. I feel like I could trail brake better for that turn. It would make me faster. It's a little choppy then, but smoother input, faster driving, in my opinion. At least that's what I think I've gathered. I actually held it through there the way that I wanted to. This felt like my fastest lap. And maybe it's because it was the end. But this lap felt great. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still had to hold my shit together. He was just 9 seconds behind me. All I gotta do is crash and thirds on my. He got me. You know what I mean? It's not like I lapped third yet. So he's gone but not forgotten, but right here I think is no, the white flag lap, not yet. So at this point, honestly, I'm chasing first. Um it wasn't at this point, but it was a couple, I think maybe a lap or two beforehand. I realized that I was chasing first through slower racers. So it was, I don't know if I was catching up to him because I was faster or because he was getting slowed down by other racers. And I don't know if they could identify that I was first and he was second, so I don't know if they were being so kind because I was podium or just because this particular bunch was really gentlemanly. But I'd like to think that they were just all very gentlemanly. I don't think it has anything to do with the position. I'd like to think anyone would give a position for somebody who's lapping them, especially if they've lapped them multiple times. I don't know how many times. I don't think I lapped anybody too much. Yeah, I lapped fourth once and fifth second. So everyone else basically, this is gonna be the third time I lap fifth, I think. So at this point, this I think was the white flag, and I've kind of just accepted the fact that there's no way he already got past fifth, so there's no way I'm gonna be able to pass fifth and get to him. So, my fate is sealed. Third is still behind me. He did finally break past Colt Coggins, so I'm not forgetting about him. Um, as you can see, I'm being super safe. I got 9 seconds on him, so I'm gonna use it at the end of the day, because when I come in too hot, I'd much rather just. Oh, that was a great trail break right there. Just the slant. It's the smooth descent. That's really what's required in those moments. And I feel like I finally got my chutzpah back. Yeah, you see how I just like started. I like would look like 70, brought it down a little bit, brought it back up. Oof. It's like as soon as I lose a little bit of traction, I just unblip it, give me that, and then go right back to it. That was a smooth. That's what I'm talking about. How like I bring my foot up and I hold it, and then I'll go up. I do it similarly with my braking as well, and that's a perfect example with my accelerator. Now, I don't know if that's best. Honestly, I think gradual acceleration would probably be best. I could imagine. That's the end of the race right there. So in those situations, I do think gradual acceleration probably would be best. Same with the opposite of trail braking. Um, but I'm still very impressed with the fact that my foot can just go exactly to for better for worse. Obviously, it's possibly a bad habit. Maybe I do want to break out of that. Not exactly sure, but that's that for this race. Second place. Um, I Let me just get to my I rating and I'll show you guys that 1 second. One second. There we go. All right, so boom, 2 incidents. It was just that spin out. Got some champion points. I didn't think it was gonna count as an official race. I guess it did count. I thought points got invalidated at a certain point. I don't know what division means. I kind of want to figure out what division means. Because, see you guys in like Division 4, and obviously the higher the division, the better. I think. Maybe it's the higher the division, the better. I don't know. I just don't understand. Maybe that's just like the region. I don't know. Which would kind of make sense because like New York, New England, that's like close to each other. Um, None of these guys are in the same place for me to have a point of reference. Like Ohio and New Jersey, I don't know. I don't know if I'd consider that close to each other. Whatever, man. Um, I rating, cool. Trying to hit that 4.0, baby. I'm trying to get that forced license upgrade. And then we back up to that 1200. You feel me? So that's raw dogging it. I raw dogged that track. Um, Not entirely, because I guess I did race MX5 on it like that. But like, I mean, you guys see where my license is. Like, I am not racing like that. How many races have we done? How many races? How many races? 14. And I doubt a lot of them were there. So you know what? Till next time, let me know how y'all like the video. Maybe I'll do more like these because I definitely like analyzing. I think it brings a lot more, and obviously, when I'm racing, it's a little hard, man. I be focused. It's hard to commentate at the same time. So maybe I'll do a mix of it. But I definitely just wanted to do this just because, I only had the replay. I decided not to record it for some reason, and it ended up being a really good race. So had to share it. Peace out.